For In the News TV Daily, Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj expose each other to the public all over social media. Now, Nicki Minaj is saying that Meek Mill put his hands on her and other females, while Meek Mill says that Nicki Minaj's brother likes little kids. Plus, social media explodes after Gayle King interviews Lisa Leslie, and the interview shifts to the left once they start talking about Kobe Bryant and his past legal issues. Mind you, this interview was just released days after Kobe and his daughter passed away. Now, celebrities like Snoop Dogg, Boosie, and 50 Cent were above and beyond to come for Gayle King. Snoop was so upset that he said Gayle better chill out before he send them people at her. Now, before watching the video, make sure you subscribe if you're new with the bell notifications on, and make sure you're liking this video. You can text me directly at 833-641-0046. With that initial text, just put Carter, which is my name. That way it filters everyone out. Some people just like to troll me, so once you put the Carter in, it'll send a confirmation and everything like that, and we'll connect that way. But I only talk to my supporters. Now let's get into the news. So now Gayle King is officially clapping back to everyone who has something to say about her interview with Lisa Leslie. Now, this conversation did go viral, and she's getting a lot of backlash from it. Now, during an interview with the former WNBA player Lisa Leslie, during the conversation, they spoke about the legacy of her old friend Kobe Bryant. Now, Gayle King during the interview brought up the subject of Kobe Bryant's past legal issues back in 2003. Now, if you guys don't know, Kobe Bryant ran into a little bit of trouble. Long story short, a maid or a room service person came into his room, accused of him of requesting or getting more than room service at that day, or his room cleaner, whatever the case may be. It happened in Colorado. Now, the case against Kobe Bryant was eventually dropped September 1st of 2004. Now, after this is when the accuser actually declined to testify. Now, in August of that year, that same woman filed a civil suit, which was settled out of court on March 2nd, 2005. Now, even though the full interview with Gayle King and Lisa Leslie hasn't been released in full, or a lot of people haven't seen the full interview, a two-part video was released on social media where Gayle pretty much brought up the Kobe situation. Now, according to Gayle, she says this: if I was seeing this for the first time and I only saw that one clip that everyone else saw, I would be extremely angry too. I am embarrassed and I am very angry. My network put up a clip of a small range from the full interview, basically taking everything out of context, and when you see it that way, it's very jarring. Now, Gayle King also went on to say that she explained that it wasn't good enough. Gayle said that she wanted to make Lisa Leslie give her take on as a friend of Kobe Bryant who knew him very well. Now, she really wanted to know where Lisa Leslie stood and where she currently stands about the whole situation. So she went on to say that it was very powerful, and she looked at me in my eye, and as a member of the media, to say it's time for the media to leave that alone and back off. This is what Lisa Leslie said about the Kobe situation. Now, during the course of the interview, she asked follow-up questions because she wanted to make sure her position and her perspective was very clear about Kobe Bryant. Now, Gayle King also adds that she talked to Lisa Leslie Wednesday night after the interview, and Lisa Leslie pretty much okayed that interview. Now, she went on to point her fingers toward the media again. She was basically saying that her network pretty much took the most clickable part of the interview, pretty much made it go out of context, and she put it in the company put it online. For people who didn't see the whole interview, it's very upsetting to her, and she's going to have to deal with CBS about that situation. Now, Gayle went to her social media to address this whole situation with a video on her Twitter page. Now, according to Gayle King, she has spent a lot of time with Kobe Bryant on many occasions, describing Kobe as a kind and warm person, and she admits that she's still affected by the loss. She says, the last thing I would want to do is dishonor him, especially at this particular time. Now, celebrities all over social media, pretty much fans of Kobe Bryant, had some words for Gayle King in the whole situation. Now, social media, pretty much no one hesitated to express their feelings to their millions of followers pretty much on their platform. Now, first up is Snoop Dogg. Now, if you guys don't know about Snoop, he's pretty much a Kobe fanatic and everything like that as far as sports go. Now, he went to his IG page to say this. He says, PSA, let that family mourn in peace. Hashtag Gayle King's out of pocket. Now, the Long Beach rapper is furious with her. Snoop said this. He says, Gayle King out of pocket for that. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear, we the worst, we the worst. We expect more from you, Gayle. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why are you attacking all of us? We your people. You ain't coming after Weinstein after asking him bad questions. I get sick of all of y'all. Now, Snoop eventually asked Gayle to respect the family and back off before we come get you. Roll it.
Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? We expect more from you, Gayle. Don't you hang out with Oprah? We your people.
Now, Boosie chimed in. Now, if you guys don't know about Boosie, he's very passionate about social situations, and this was not an exception. Now, Boosie wants to know, he said, why would you do something like that? Why would you do that to your own people? You know his people are going through things, right? Now, why would you ask a question like that to tarnish someone's image? You do that to your own people. You sad. Roll it.
Gaye King. Obama, why would you do that to your people? You know what people going through right now.
And last but not least, 50 Cent had something to say about the whole situation as well. He left a caption and he said this. He says, what is this? Wait, somebody help me understand why they keep doing this. Let's talk about this. Now, here's the actual clip of 50 Cent speaking. Roll it.
It's not complicated. You just said it was dismissed. Then how would you see it, Gayle?
Now, so the representatives from CBS explains that Gayle conducted a thoughtful, wide-ranging interview with Lisa Leslie about the legacy of Kobe Bryant. It was posted that did not reflect the nature and the tone of the full interview. We are addressing the internal process which led to this and the changes that have already been made. Keep in mind, Gaye King was the same lady who interviewed R. Kelly, which made him lash out and pretty much went viral all over social media. Now, let me know, how do you feel about this situation in the comments? Do you think she's just doing her job? Or do you think she has a motive to pretty much keep the people down once they go through a situation and then later on, years later, bring up that same situation that you know they're uncomfortable for? Let me know in the comments about this situation. Now, in other news, the Philly rapper Meek Mill and his former partner Nicki Minaj publicly went back and forth on social media this past week. What actually happened yesterday. Now, they had a crazy Twitter exchange that included allegations of Meek Mill putting his hands on Nicki Minaj. Now, Nicki Minaj, who was 37 years old, was the first person, what it seems like, to make it go back and forth on social media. It looks like she pressed the first message. Now, she showed a picture of Meek Mill standing holding his cell phone. Now, Nicki Minaj wrote a quote and it said this. He says, he's obsessed with the queen. And she added that trigger fingers turn into hashtag Twitter fingers, which is a reference from a 2005 diss track by Drake that was also targeted towards Meek Mill. What started this situation is not clear as of yet, but just a week ago, Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill ran into each other at an LA mall. And the whole situation went viral because it started with a shout match between Meek Mill, Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj's husband. Now, they pretty much were going back and forth on social media. Now, Meek Mill was accused of saying that he beat women by Nicki Minaj, but he was scared to hit other men. Now, Nicki Minaj followed up and claimed that Meek Mill beat up his own sister and taped the whole incident, and then kicked Nicki Minaj in front of his mother and sent her to the medical center. Now, Meek Mill went to his page to say this. The only way you can try to ruin my career is to say that I beat women. Then Meek Mill said, talk about your brother being convicted for messing with kids and you paid for his lawyer. Your little brother touched that little girl as well. You know I know. Now, Nicki Minaj's brother was sentenced to 25 years to life after getting caught with the 11-year-old. Now, Meek Mill also said that Nicki Minaj knew that his brother was guilty. This is the reason that Meek Mill broke up with Nicki Minaj in 2017. Now, even though many of the tweets have been deleted, Meek Mill tells Nicki Minaj he picked a great time to say all of these things about putting hands on women and etc. just because her album's coming out or she has something to release. Now, Meek Mill says your bag is getting low and now you want to destroy me. Now, Meek Mill said, for clarification, I do not hit women and I won't let my interviews be filled with questions about her or any situation to do with her when I come out for my press run for my new album. Now, let me know, how do you feel about the situation? Who is right, who's wrong? They pretty much been going back with each other, going back and forth with each other since they've been together. It's been subliminal, but now it shows that they're really talking to each other. Now, thanks for getting to the end of this video. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Is Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj just really missing each other? Or do you really think they're not cool anymore? Let me know in the comments. Now, you can hit me directly at 833-641-0046 and text me. Just put the word Carter. That is my name. That way we can skip past all of the trolls and all of the people that are texting me asking for things. If you're really a supporter, hit me up with that number and just say Carter and we can go from there. I only talk to my supporters. I will catch you on the next one. I'm in the news with it.